जिया जिंदगी एक पल भी तुझसे होके जुदा, सुन जरा
बिन तेरे मुझसे नाराज था दिल, तू मिला है तो है कह रहा।
मैं तो तेरे रंग में रंग चुका हूँ, बस तेरा बन चुका हूँ। मेरा मुझ में कुछ नहीं, सब तेरा।
मैं तो तेरे ढंग में ढल चुकी हूँ, बस तेरी बन चुकी हूँ। मेरा मुझ में कुछ नहीं, सब तेरा, सब तेरा, सब तेरा, सब तेरा।
फिर दिल के रास्तों पे तेरी आहट जो हुई, हर धड़कन जश्न में है ये नात जो हुई। फिर दिल के रास्तों पे तेरी आहट जो हुई, हर धड़कन जश्न में है ये नात जो हुई।
I don't think it's higher than no, double T. Yeah.
As they celebrate the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. I know it means a great deal to them that you can all be here to share in their happiness and to witness this important and special occasion. Tayeeb, Tasniim, the purpose of marriage is that you may always love, care for and support each other throughout the joys and sorrows of life. Today you will exchange your vows of marriage, which will unite you as a married couple. These vows are a promise of lifelong commitment, giving your families and friends the opportunity to meet together in celebration of your happiness and to impart their own messages of love and support throughout your married life together. Now, to remind you of the legality of this union, this place in which you have now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. And we are here today to witness the joining in matrimony of Tayeeb Sajid and Tasniim Shahid Chowdhury. If any person present here today knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, you must declare it now. Can I carry on? Tayeeb, Tasniim, before you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. The law of this country allows two people to make the lifelong commitment of marriage. This legally binding union is to be entered into voluntarily and to the exclusion of all others present. And now I'm going to take you through your legal parts of the ceremony, where you'll make state your declarations of your freedom to contract this marriage and your words to be married. And I'd like all of you to stand up and join them in support, please, as they are united as husband and wife. And Tayeeb, you will go first and respond like I trained you to earlier. Are you Tayeeb Sajid, free lawfully to marry Tasniim Shahid Chowdhury? Loud enough, please. They didn't hear you at the back.
Yes, I am.
Oh, thank you. Are you Tasniim Shahid Chowdhury, free lawfully to marry Tayeeb Sajid? Oh, thank you. If you hold hands now, as you say your words to be united as husband and wife, and Tayeeb, you will go first again after me. I, Tayeeb Sajid,
I, Tayeeb Sajid,
take thee,
take thee,
Tasniim Shahid Chowdhury,
Tasniim Shahid Chowdhury,
to be
to be
my lawful wedded wife.
and to be my lawful wedded.
I, Tasniim Shahid Chowdhury, take thee, Tayeeb Sajid, to be my lawful wedded husband. Thank you. Congratulations. Please be seated. Marriage means making a commitment to each other for the rest of your life, to developing and maintaining affection, cooperation and friendship, and mutual respect. It calls for trust, understanding and encouragement, the ability to listen, and a willingness to accept each other exactly as you are. Marriage needs honesty, patience, and of course humor. It requires both closeness and distance. The closeness of a couple who will be growing together year by year, and yet sufficient distance to allow each one to remain an individual. Partners in such a marriage will be loving, caring, and above all, the very best of friends. And now, Tayeeb and Tasniim, you both made formal vows of marriage to each other in the presence of everyone here. I ask you now to confirm your commitment to each other and to your married life together. Tayeeb, do you promise to be loving, loyal and faithful to Tasniim, to rejoice with her in the good times, comfort her in times of sorrow, and be true to her all the days of your life?
I do.
Tasniim, do you promise to be loving, loyal and faithful to Tayeeb, to rejoice with him in the good times, comfort him in times of sorrow, and be true to him all the days of your life? We now come to the exchange of rings. Tayeeb and Tasniim, you have chosen, not just yet. You have chosen to seal the promises you have made today by the giving and receiving of wedding rings, which will always be an outward sign of your vows of love, respect, and commitment to each other. And now, the entire is going to be. Put it there. Say the words and then put it out. Tasniim, I give you this ring,
Tasniim, I give you this ring.
my companion and my best friend.
My companion. My companion, my best friend.
You will always be in my heart,
You will always be in my heart,
and I will be true to you
and I'll be true to you
to the end of my days.
to the end of my days.
And now, Tayeeb, I give you this ring, my companion and my best friend. You will always be in my heart, and I will be true to you till the end of my days. Thanks, Annie. Stay holding hands. Today is a new beginning for you both. May you have many happy years together, and in those years may all your hopes and dreams be fulfilled. Above all, may you always believe in each other, and may the warmth of your love enrich not only your lives, but the lives of everyone around you. Tayeeb, Tasniim, you have made the declarations prescribed by law, and you have made solemn and binding marriage vows with each other in the presence of your guests, your witnesses, and of course, your registrar of marriages, Karen. You have sealed those vows with the giving and receiving of wedding rings, and in addition, you have given to each other a promise of lifelong commitment. And Tayeeb, Tasniim, all it's left for me to say is, it gives me the greatest of pleasure to pronounce you, Tasniim and Tayeeb, the happy couple, newly married. Yeah, you may kiss.
रज के रुलाया, रज के हंसाया, मैंने दिल खो के इश्क कमाया। मांगा जो उसने एक सितारा, हमने ज़मीं पे चांद बुलाया। जो आँखों से, वो जो आँखों से एक पल ना ओझल हुए, वो जो आँखों से एक पल ना ओझल हुए, लापता हो गए देखते देखते। सोचता हूँ मासूम थे, सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे। क्या से क्या हो गए देखते देखते, सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे। क्या से क्या हो गए देखते देखते, सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे। सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे। क्या से क्या हो गए देखते देखते। वो जो कहते थे बिछड़ेंगे ना हम कभी, वो जो कहते थे बिछड़ेंगे ना हम कभी, अलविदा हो गए देखते देखते। सोचता हूँ
कल रास्ते में गम मिल गया था, लग के गले में रो दिया। जो सिर्फ मेरा था, सिर्फ मेरा, मैंने उसे क्यों खो दिया। हाँ वो आँखें जिन्हें मैं चूमता था बेवजह, प्यार मेरे लिए क्यों उनमें बाकी ना रहा। हो हम नवा मेरे, तू है तो मेरी सांसें चले। बता दे कैसे मैं जीऊंगा तेरे बिना। हो हम नवा मेरे, तू है तो मेरी सांसें चले। बता दे कैसे मैं जीऊंगा तेरे बिना। हर वक्त दिल को जो सताए, ऐसी कमी है तू। मैं भी न जानूं ये कि इतना क्यों लाज़मी है तू। नींद जाके न लौटी, कितनी रातें ढल गई। इतने तारे गिने के उंगलियां भी जल गई। ओ हम नवा मेरे, तू है तो मेरी सांसें चले। बता दे कैसे मैं जीऊंगा तेरे बिना। ओ हम नवा मेरे, तू है तो मेरी सांसें चले। बता दे कैसे मैं जीऊंगा तेरे बिना।
रब की कवाली है इश्क कोई, दिल की दीवानी है इश्क कोई। महकी सी प्याली है इश्क कोई, सुबह की लाली है इश्क। गिरता सा झरना है इश्क कोई, उठता सा कलमा है इश्क कोई। सांसों में लिपटा है इश्क कोई, आंखों में गिरता है इश्क। मेरे दिल को तू जान से जुदा कर दे, यूं बस तू कर दे आशिकाना। तेरे वास्ते मेरा इश्क सोचूं तुझे तो है सुबह, सोचूं तुझे तो शाम है। हो मंजिलों पे अब तो मेरी एक ही तेरा नाम है। तेरे आग में ही जलते कोयले से हीरा बनके ख्वाबों में आगे चलते हैं। तुझे बताना तेरे वास्ते मेरा इश्क सूफियाना, मेरा इश्क सूफियाना, मेरा इश्क सूफियाना। तेरे वास्ते मेरा इश्क सूफियाना, मेरा इश्क सूफियाना, मेरा इश्क सूफियाना। साथ साथ चलते चलते हाथ छूट जाएंगे, ऐसी राहों में मिलो ना। बातें बातें करते करते रात कट जाएगी, ऐसी रातों में मिलो ना। क्या हम हैं क्या रब है, जहाँ तू है वही सब है। तेरे लब मिले मेरे लब खिले, अब दूर क्या है जाना। तेरे वास्ते मेरा इश्क सूफियाना, मेरा इश्क सूफियाना।
Boys, get push. Boys, come forward.
Bank transfer. Sounds real. Hey! This is my sister's name! Yeah, where's the briefcase? Yeah, no plastic. Yeah, we want your notes. I can't see the strip. Times by 5, okay? No life without wife. जब सांसें भरती हूँ तेरे दिल की गलियों से मैं हर रोज गुजरती हूँ हवा के जैसे चलता है तू मैं रेत जैसे उड़ती हूँ कौन तुझे यूँ प्यार करेगा जैसे मैं करती हूँ
चंडीगढ़ तो आई नहीं तेनू देख के होके भरदे ने खड़े चौंका विच सिपाही नहीं कोटी ते काला दिल कुड़िए कोटी ते काला दिल कुड़िए जो दागे जन दे टुकड़े दे तेनू काला चश्मा जचदा ए गोरे मुखड़े दे तेनू काला चश्मा जचदा ए सड़कों पे चले जब लड़कों के दिलों में तू आग लगा दे बेबी फायर नकली से नखरे तू करे जब देखे हमें झूठी लायर काला काला चश्मा जचता तेरे मुखड़े पे जैसे काला दिल जचता है तेरे चिन पे अपनी अदाओं से ज्यादा नहीं तो 10-12 लड़के तो मार ही देती होगी तू दिन में
तुझे जैसे 36 फिरते हैं मेरे वर्गी और न होनी वे
For those who don't know who I am Tasniim's brother, and it's my honor and privilege to welcome you all and make this speech. Firstly, put your hands together for the bride and groom, Tasniim and Tayeeb. How amazing does my sister look today? She's rocking that dress. Bahut sundar. Tayeeb is looking pretty slick too. What an elegant looking couple we have here today. And how about that colour shoshma entrance? So funky, so very Tasniim. I'll try and keep this speech old school, kind of like Indiana Jones. Well-intentioned, with a few missteps, ready for the emotional ride, finishing with a lesson learned at journey's end. My first memory of my sister was being told Jur Ab. I had no idea what this meant, but I later found out to be twins are coming. I was over the moon, so excited that I was going to get two brothers to play Star Wars with. Then the shock of the hospital when I found out they were girls, in fact, which was equally very cool. I immediately knew that although there would be my ex-wing women, a second role and a relationship would come into play for me. This was shaped fairly early on, when relatives and family friends alike would try and bribe or barter for one or both of the twins. Confused and annoyed, I firmly rejected them. Clearly a joke, but I could not be bought. It was relentless, borderline traumatic, and in some ways this has never ended. Someone was always trying to take my sisters away. My job was clear: the guardian, the protector, always on high alert. To me, the twins, Sami and Tasniim, were distinct and similar. Always my champions and angels on my shoulders. And in reality, they became my guardians and protectors. Whether it be from the scorn of my parents growing up, or helping me navigate through the myriad of booby traps that life lays out. I've watched Tasniim grow into an elegant, sharp, no-nonsense lady she is today, and I'm immensely proud of her, how she holds herself, treats others, champions our values. I'd always tease her on her laconic attitude to life, calling nicknames ranging from the rude dude, Mumra, C-3PO, only settling on Elf in recent years, recognizing our shared love of Lord of the Rings. This actually reminds me of her quick-wittedness many years ago as our family came out of watching the first Lord of the Rings at the cinema. She overheard a young couple state they didn't want to wait another year for the next film. A young Tasniim astutely told them, just read the books and then stop complaining. She is equally loving and caring, experienced by all who know her throughout the years. A love of literature, art and history has been a constant for Tasniim, collecting old prints, visiting galleries, but down to earth too, chilling out to episodes of The Good Wife, or watching Jared Butler's Olympus Has Fallen trilogy, or Arnie's Kindergarten Cop on repeat. As many of you must know, Tasniim is very particular and clear on what she likes and doesn't. So it was a joy to see she had found a partner that met her requirements and mustered the courage to introduce him to the family. Which takes me to her other half. Welcome to Tayeeb, to the family.
Yay!
We all wish we had the chance to see your family from Pakistan here to enjoy this special day. I feel they are here in spirit, actually on Zoom somewhere. And no doubt we shall be catching up with them once these restrictions have been eased. I recall meeting you and later your request to marry Tasniim. My immediate thoughts were, oh dear, here we go again. Another person trying to take my sister away. But it became clear that you were trading in your heart for her hand. As I've got to know you, it's clear why Tasniim wanted to spend the rest of her life with you. You're kind, generous, whip smart, share similar values, a testament to your parents. If I have to give Tasniim away, I'm glad it has been to you. I must say though, in truth, it feels as if I've not lost a sister, but gained a brother, a great addition to the family. Tasniim and you will always have a place with us, no matter what. I know some of my best friends are here, and they are thinking, how did someone get through my likely harsh, stern, meet the parents style, investigative review process, and live to tell the tale? Guys, I'm not really that harsh. Really, I am. But the real answer is outsourcing and delegation. Something all South Asians know about. On that note, a big thank you to my bottom mama for all your help behind the scenes. He and Ammu know what I mean. I'm going to thank Ammu, my mum, especially with all that has happened since Appu passing away. You've been our guiding star and a force for good in our family and all that you touch. Samiha, my tato, my pingu, who has been at Tasniim's side from the second minute of Tasniim's birth and continues to do so with great spirit and joy. My extended family, from my aunts to uncles, who are a blessing, who continue to enrich our lives. Thank you. Please continue to champion Tasniim and Tayeeb. If I may, I will share some thoughts, advice, wisdom. Tasniim and Tayeeb, be free with each other fully, without hesitation. Be present in the moment and look forward to the future. Nostalgia is overrated. Your friends and your family here and in distant shores will support you. Please continue to enrich your lives with them and continue with your love of art, literature of old, and embrace the baton of our cultural and religious traditions in your very own way. This will keep you steady and strong against the gale forces of the day. Without further ado, please stand up and raise your glass to the bride and groom. I've got an empty glass here. Looks like I should have told you to fill it up for what we're going to do. To the bride and groom, to Tasniim and Tayeeb. To Tasniim and Tayeeb. I'm going to hand over the mic to my sister now for a poetry event.
And there's a scene at the end of the film where the main character reads out a poem, sort of declaring her love or hate for her man. And I've taken that as inspiration in dedication to my sister, and it's called 10 Things I Love About You. I love that despite being just 1 minute older, you've always been my strength, my anchor, my big sister. I love the way you cut to the chase, no time for faff, with a smile on your face. I love it that you're the coolest chick, even more so now with Jalebi the sidekick. I love your curious and adventurous spirit, from quad biking in Morocco, cliff jumping in Vietnam, to hiking a volcano in South Korea, and whale watching in Sri Lanka. I love the way you light up around tea, even though I was a bit miffed at first that you steal you away from me. Despite us rolling our eyes when people say, wow, you twins, or, ooh, bet you girls are double trouble. I love that we are, with an everlasting bond. As said by poet Rupi Kaur, it isn't blood that makes you my sister, it's how you understand my heart, as though you carry it in your body. I love a family unit and how integral you are to it. It has to be someone quiet, doesn't it? There used to be 5 of us, and again now there is with my brother-in-law. But most of all, Tazzy, I love you because you're you. So to end, please enjoy me congratulating my Tasniim and her Tayeeb. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming today. I didn't really want to stand up and talk, but you know, Tayeeb's family couldn't be here, and this man, his name's Tasniim. Salam to everybody there. And I asked him to send him, myself, his best man speech so I can read it for Tayeeb. And I'll try and get through it as best I can without getting emotional, and yeah, just I wanted a piece of them to be here for Tayeeb. And before I start, I'd just like to thank my wonderful family for their speeches. It was amazing. To my extended family, to my friends and family, and of course to C Squad for your undying love and support every single day. Okay, so I'll start because I'm getting emotional already. So dear Tayeeb, I've known Tayeeb my whole life, literally my whole life. It's been a long time, but I'll not be mentioning the exact number of years for obvious reasons. A lifetime of knowing someone, wow, more than any one of you, huh? I guess that includes me. As a kid, he has always been top-notch, setting precedents for all of us, which never were met. God-gifted, I guess, achieved whatever he set his eyes on, including girls. I think I'll give him that. Maybe an angry young man, occasionally, but always someone who's compassionate and empathetic. We've had some tough times together, and believe me, they've been tough, but we've always found a way to combat and overcome them. God's been kind to us. I remember one conversation we had, an honest conversation, when he came to Germany for my convocation back in 2015. I won't reveal the contents of that conversation, and it only happened because his train was late for 20 minutes, obviously a train. It was heart to heart, but it paved the way for the rest of my life. Whenever he's back home in Pakistan with us, it feels like all of the weights have been lifted off my shoulder. We've become a family again, a close-knit family. We laugh, we play, we celebrate, sometimes we cry, but one thing is for sure, we always have a heck of a time. Whenever he departs for the UK and to me, all the weight of the world is put back on my not-so-weak shoulders. He leaves us forlorn and we start missing him more than ever. We miss him more than we can bear. My mum always receives him at the airport when he comes, but never has the courage to see him off. He always gives us the courage, the hope, the smiles, but also the sadness as well, and he leaves a void which no one else can fill. And even though today we would have loved to be there for you, and we know how much you would have loved us to be here, COVID man, but you never always get what you want in life. Rest assured that all our blessings and prayers are with you and always will be. On this note, I would like to end the speech on the line from one of your favourite songs. Allah ke banda hasde, Allah ke banda hasde. Finally, look up at the skies now. Ammi and Nani are both looking down and smiling at you, sending all their blessings and prayers to you as always. You were always their favourite and always will be. We love you, Beta, Tayeeb Jan, Hani Jan, Tayeeb Bai, Tayeeb Mamu, and all the future titles awaiting you. Wow, that's a lot of name for you. And we miss you a lot. A warm regards from your best man and your brother, Manib Sajid. Thanks everybody. I wanted to read it out for him, and I just wanted to give him a bit of love and a round of applause for carrying through this amazing day. So,
जैसे जिंदगी ढूंढ रही है, क्या ये वो मकाम मेरा है? यहाँ चैन से बस रुक जाऊं, क्यों दिल ये मुझे कहता है? जज्बात नए से मिले हैं, जाने क्या असर ये हुआ है। एक आस मिली फिर मुझको, जो कबूल किसी ने किया है। किसी शायर की गजल जो दे रूह को सुकून के पल, कोई मुझको यूं मिला है जैसे बंजारे को घर। नए मौसम की सहर या सर्द में दोपहर, कोई मुझको यूं मिला है जैसे बंजारे को घर। जैसे कोई किनारा देता हो सहारा, मुझे वो मिला किसी मोड़ पर। कोई रात का तारा करता हो उजाला, वैसे ही रोशन करे वो शहर। दर्द मेरे वो भुला ही गया, कुछ ऐसा असर हुआ। जीना मुझे फिर से वो सिखा रहा। जैसे बारिश कर दे तर या मरहम दर्द पर, कोई मुझको यूं मिला है जैसे बंजारे को घर। नए मौसम की सहर या सर्द में दोपहर, कोई मुझको यूं मिला है जैसे बंजारे को घर। मुस्काता ये चेहरा देता है जो पहरा, जाने छुपाता क्या दिल का समंदर। औरों को तो हरदम साया देता है, वो धूप में है खड़ा खुद मगर। चोट लगी है उसे फिर क्यों महसूस मुझे हो रहा। दिल तो बता दे क्या है इरादा तेरा। जुदा हम हो गए माना, मगर ये जान लो जाना, जुदा हम हो गए माना, मगर ये जान लो जाना, कभी मैं याद आऊं तो चले आना, चले आना। तुम्हें मैं भूल जाऊंगा, ये बातें दिल में ना लाना, कभी मैं याद आऊं तो चले आना, चले आना। था कौन मेरा एक तू ही था, सांसों से ज्यादा जो जरूरी था। तेरे लिए मैं कुछ नहीं, लेकिन मेरे लिए तू मेरा सब कुछ था। नहीं जाना बुला करके ये बातें तुम ही कहते थे, रही खुशियाँ नहीं मेरी कि तुम भी वक्त जैसे थे। तुम्हारा था रहेगा भी, करे क्या दिल है दीवाना, कभी मैं याद आऊं तो चले आना, चले आना। मैं भी हूँ तू भी है, आमने सामने दिल को बहका दिया इश्क के जाम ने। मैं भी हूँ तू भी है, आमने सामने दिल को बहका दिया इश्क के जाम ने। मुसलसल नजर बरसती रही, तरसते हैं हम भीगे बरसात में। एक मुलाकात में, बात ही बात में उनका यूं मुस्कुराना गजब हो गया। कल तलक वो जो मेरे ख्यालों में थे, रूबरू उनका आना गजब हो गया। मोहब्बत की पहली मुलाकात का असर देखो ना जाने कब हो गया। एक मुलाकात में, बात ही बात में उनका यूं मुस्कुराना गजब हो गया।
मुख्तबर दर्द का कुछ ख्याल नहीं है, एक तरफ मैं कहीं एक तरफ दिल कहीं। मुख्तबर दर्द का कुछ ख्याल नहीं है, एक तरफ मैं कहीं एक तरफ दिल कहीं। एहसास की जमीन पे क्यों धुआं उठ रहा है, जल रहा दिल मेरा क्यों पता कुछ नहीं।
क्यों ख्यालों में कुछ बर्फ सी गिर रही, रेत की ख्वाहिशों में नमी भर रही। मुसलसल नजर बरसती रही, तरसते हैं हम भीगे बरसात में। एक मुलाकात में, बात ही बात में उनका यूं मुस्कुराना गजब जो तेरे संग लगी प्रीत मोहे, रूह बार बार तेरा नाम ले, कि रब से मांगी यही दुआ, तू हाथों की लकीरें थाम ले।
चुप है बातें दिल कैसे बयां मैं करूं, तू ही कह दे वो जो बात मैं कह ना सकूं।
के संग तेरे पानियों सा बहता रहूं, तू सुनती रहे मैं कहानियां सी कहता रहूं, के संग तेरे बादलों सा उड़ता रहूं, तेरे एक इशारे पे तेरी ओर मुड़ता रहूं। अब दूर न जाने दूं, के संग तेरे पानियों सा बहता रहूं, तू सुनती रहे मैं कहानियां सी कहता रहूं।
ऐसा देखा नहीं खूबसूरत कोई, जिस्म जैसे अजंता की मूरत कोई, जिस्म जैसे निगाहों पे जादू कोई, जिस्म नगमा कोई, जिस्म खुशबू कोई, जिस्म जैसे महकती हुई चांदनी, जिस्म जैसे मचलती हुई रागनी, जिस्म जैसे के खिलता हुआ एक चमन, जिस्म जैसे के सूरज की पहली किरण, जिस्म तरशा हुआ दिलकशो दिल नशी, संदली संदली मरमरी मरमरी। उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं। आफरी 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 आफरी, तू भी देखे अगर तो कहे हम नशी। आफरी 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 आफरी, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं।
जाने कैसे बांधी तूने अखियों के डोर, मन में रखे चाच चलाया तेरी ओर, मेरे चेहरे की सुबह जुल्फों की शाम, मेरा सब कुछ है पे आपसे तेरे नाम।